bystander at the newsstand at Abiodun Jago Street. This morning I'm reading out the headlines as usual. With me I have the Vanguard newspaper and I have the Telegram. Headlines from the Vanguard newspaper. Corruption of last day was under Buhari, says Kukah. APC is not presidential. APC already preparing for rerun. Nigeria has not enjoyed democracy since 1999. Jega. Institute property destroyed in split communities. Negative. First Century Finance Act leaves complete private suspension. Ake Road Rights Assembly extends medical coverage. Security operatives intercept the investment Nigerian Southeast government lawmakers one now meet over insecurity. One trial of suspended Adamawa wreck. Welcome to the program this morning. Thank you for joining. Moving on to the headlines, we have a new telegram. Uniform price may rise further in Nigeria. In Nigeria, as Russia plans new output. Buhari's government amplified corruption morally, financially. Entry to raise 15 trillion yearly revenue, 30 trillion by 2026. Diphtheria, protect yourself, everyone at risk, edgy. This Nigeria. Buhari's government not corrupt, says Kukah. Corrupt court prosecution of suspended Adamawa wreck. No light, no water. Baba Ahmed. Zulu bans metal scavengers in Bono to unscreen of victims. The Punch newspaper. Cross smuggling persists in borders despite subsidy why you say we people working against activity? NEC member says NLC means government over force subsidy palliative. Lagos vigilantes torture falling to death over food. PDP demands transparency as Akere Railroad extends leave. Ecobank asks FBN to reject share association. It's illegal for National Assembly to fix members' pay. The point Daily Trust newspaper. ACF, GNI, CAN condemn native village. APC crisis, uncertainty over Adam's fate. Four arrested for stealing drugs and lastly, the Point newspaper. 800,000 liters is fully intercepted. Nigeria is short supply of food leaders. Again, Ake Railroad you're welcome to the program this evening. I'm welcome to Florala Good morning, Mr. David. I'll be happy to take you on the program now. Okay. Our main headline this morning is corruption appears what you
My standard, instant, cars are with me, one of the critics of the past administration, and he has always hit hard on the president himself. And I'm not surprised when he came out with this bombshell. They saying that corruption was the ugliest face, was the ugliest face. It's where one of the critics, that's why he's not perfect. So, under the previous government, money. That was when he said, that was when he see that drama there. When they were probing him, he said, off the mic. That was when this plan came out. He said, off the mic, off the mic. Everybody produced. And all the people just what did he do? He had to fire. I can
Sorry about the break in transmission. Continue.
So if Kukah have said that, Kukah is very right. You can see that. You saw that when they were in government, when Buhari was still in government, heads of agencies stole embezzle under the same watch 1 trillion. The former chief of army staff was given 1 billion for him to purchase arm. He embezzled the money, and Buhari made this man an ambassador in Nigeria. So you got to see it that if Kukah said that, Kukah was very right for him to have said that, because under Buhari's watch, there was a lot of corruption, and now the president was too sluggish. He wasn't proactive. It wasn't for the fact that Nigerians outcry. There were some ministers. There were some ministers that had bad records. In which the president even wanted to bring them on board to head government agencies and then pastors. So if Kukah come up with this fact, with what he said, Bishop Kai is very right, because under Buhari's watch there was so much corruption. We all saw it.
Okay, fuel palm price may rise further in Nigeria as Russia plans new output cuts. What's your take on that?
I don't want to know if Russia is planning output or not. My stand is the federal government should not cause havoc in the land. The federal government, I want to say this again, and I want to emphasize on it. The federal government should not cause havoc in land. Tinubu, one thing is, I want to tell the federal government, they can't. The federal government, as it stands now, cannot increase pump price anymore. Federal government cannot increase pump price anymore because people will be forced to come out and protest. Even the one you even increase to 500 naira per litre, people, 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 people have not even gotten used to it. You promise to provide palliative to cushion the effects of this petrol subsidy, but still nothing has been done. You see Nigerians roaming around. Now, a place that is supposed to pay transport fare of 100 naira, now you are paying double. Now, imagine if fuel is being sold at 700 naira per litre. That means now from here to Ikeja will not be 500 naira. And the federal government is not planning to what to it's not looking for any. It's not even increasing workers' salary. Prices of commodity it usually affects this petrol pump price. One thing is, Ashwagi should not come and choke Nigerians. It should allow Nigerians breathe. It should allow Nigerians breathe.
Let the poor breathe.
It should allow the poor breathe because enough of this taxation, enough of multiple taxation. People you are taxing are barely live. You have about over 250 million, over 200 million Nigerians live. Sorry, over 180 million Nigerians live below $1 a day. So if you live below $1 a day, in that category, you are what extremely poor. That is what the union said. Now, is it a man that lives below $1 a day? Is it that same man? Is it that same man you want to now choke him? Now that same man will now want to go out. So we expect him to pay transport fare. Which he was supposed to pay. So see, in that line, I feel it doesn't work that way. So he should not truncate his government because Nigerians will come out and speak out. If an average Nigerian could buy a liter of fuel for 700 and still is busy traveling abroad, there are issues. There are particular issues that the president needs to look into about the well-being of citizens and the welfare of Nigerian labor. Nothing has been said after that. After 40 days of subsidy, but this is a man in 2012 when he was still in what opposition party and when Jonathan removed first subsidy. The same president Tinubu highlighted 12 items that need to be done before government can remove subsidy. This same man, he said 12 items. That was, if you could remember, in 2012 when Jonathan removed subsidy. This man, Tinubu, wrote letter to what Nigerian Labour Congress, stating 12 items that the federal government needs to look into before subsidy is being removed. Now, he's not the president, so he should also look into that thing, into those items he wrote 12 years ago. I don't know, maybe because he was doing that because he was in the opposition party, but now he is not the president. Nigerians can no longer sustain on this. The hardship is getting worse every day. Some days back, a woman along the street, the woman ate biscuits to sleep. Enough of all this nonsense in our country. Enough of all this nonsense. Nowhere in the world. Okay, now you said you don't want to subsidize fuel. If you don't subsidize fuel, what is an average Nigerian enjoying? If there's no fuel, if the federal government is no longer subsidizing fuel, that means there's nothing I'm enjoying as a Nigerian because that's the only benefit. Probably I'm going from it to Keja, I pay 100 naira. That is fuel subsidy. Government pay part of the fuel subsidy for me. But now, government have said no. There are no good roads. electricity tariff July this month it was increased. There is what poverty in the land. There is what insecurity in the land. There is what unemployment in the land. Our inflation now has now gotten to 2 digits. Our inflation rate is down 2 digits. So tell me, as a Nigerian, Miss Bola, what can I boast as a see? What can I boast for? That God, thank God, I'm a Nigerian. I'm enjoying this. No lights. Since 3 days from my place now, I enter into the sleep. No lights. You cannot afford to even buy fuel. Fuel. So what is good about being a Nigerian? So I think so Tinubu. So I feel so 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 see so so see I feel so Tinubu need to devise his means to make sure what he would elevate poverty because this actually be so unbearable.
Mr. David, you have comments from online viewers. David, you're wrong to say Tinubu is traveling abroad. You're wrong to say Tinubu.
What's his name?
From Taiwo Odunlade.
Mr. Taiwo, I know you are a Buhari Tinubu supporter. I am not against him traveling abroad, but traveling abroad, there are some issues that need to be resolved here in Nigeria. There are, I'm very sure there will be diplomatic ties between other countries and Nigeria. So the president needs, there are some things he should allow his VP go there and attend. He shouldn't be going everywhere. Nigeria needs him more. Let him send his vice president. That is why he has vice. Someone who is deputizing for him. Shetima can go there and then represent him. He shouldn't be the one going everywhere. Nigeria has more issues on ground for him to solve than him going to Guinea-Bissau, going to France, going to this one. Let his deputy go there. 40 days now. Wait. Ask Mr. Taiwo Odunlade. I guess he's staying abroad. Where he's staying, can government remove fuel subsidy and government will not provide palliatives that will cushion the effects on the average masses? Where he's staying, Mr. Taiwo, is there no light in your country? Are you not enjoying? Are you not enjoying good roads? Are there not good jobs there? Are they not? Are they not? Is the level of what insecurity there? Is it on a very high side? Since 1999, he said. Jaga said what? Jaga said since 1999.
Nigeria has not enjoyed democracy.
Now, if I want to put it, if Mr. Taiwo has enjoyed the democracy, nobody will travel abroad. Most of the viewers now watching this program, if Nigeria is very good country, if Nigeria economy was very okay, it was good, nobody will want to leave outside of Nigeria, going seeking for greener pastures. But because ever since when you were born, ask the viewers, let them tell you what they benefited as a Nigerian. I went to university. I paid my school fees. Now, Tinubu now is now trying to increase all tertiary institutions, all federal schools now, federal universities. Unilag that I used to be the cheapest school in Nigeria now. From next section, once they resume by September, Unilag is paying 150,000 now. School fees. Someone just told me yesterday. From September now, let the poor breathe, please, Tinubu. Don't suffocate us with your taxation. It's too much. People just came out from this fuel subsidy mover. You want to tax. Now, he's saying federal land revenue will partner with the market women for them to stop paying tax. Market women too will pay tax. You are paying for road worthiness in Nigeria. The road is not worthy. There's no good roads.
White Prince Ibrahim from Sweden says, I think it went as a presidential concern for Nigeria. Also, Taiwo Odunlade said But Tinubu don't travel abroad for leisure.
I'm not saying, see, you shouldn't get me wrong. I am not saying Ashwaju is going there just for leisure. What I'm saying is that there are more pressing issues in Nigeria. Let his deputy can go there. Let his deputy represent him. For see, Mr. Taiwo, it seems it seems as the country doesn't know what is happening presently in Nigeria. You have a country whereby inflation is 2 digits, unemployment rate is on a very high side. Nigerians are jobless. Look at everywhere. Now, if you have told Nigerians that okay, now if you tell us that Ashwaju, okay, we will fix a refinery. Our refinery is there, lying, lying low. It, it's not working. Let Ashwaju look for diverse means and let it start working so that we can stop paying high price, buying fuel on a very high side. Now, the government, Dangote has, if Dangote can be refinery, then what stop government? Then what stop the government from owning this same refinery? So let Ashwaju think outside the box. 40 days now, there are no buses. I think after removing subsidy, government will say, oh yeah, transporters, let the price of transport drop. No, we still pay high for transport. So that is the point. I'm not saying I should travel for what leisure. Please, Nigerians are suffering. That is why he's the president. He should do the needful. We cannot continue like this. Ever since I was born, I cannot beat my chest and say I'm proud of Nigeria. Likewise, everybody. I don't know if you, maybe you can beat your chest and say Nigeria suits you. But
no, we are about sweeting, but I'm a proud Nigerian.
No.
I'm a proud Nigerian, yeah. Regardless of all the struggles and everything, I'm proud to be Nigerian.
To you, I'm also proud of Nigeria, but just that we have bad leaders. I'm also proud of Nigerian, but just that we have bad leaders who are at the end of affairs, inflicting pains on the average man. That is the problem. No less than now. Now, I was telling a friend of mine that Ashwaju has started working. He said we should give him time. Give him time. 8 years go reach now. Not what he go do. They go tell you give him time. Give him time.
Now waiting Mr. Odunlade just talk that. Give Tinubu some time. It's not even 100 days yet in office.
That will not be an excuse. I don't want to always hear give him time. I'm sick and tired of it. These are people who need to deliver. You cannot tell the UK Prime Minister, Richard Sunak, to give him time for him to perform on his electoral promises. That's so what absurd. Stop telling Nigerians to give the president time. These men are public office holders. These men should be accountable. Stop telling when you get to wherever you are staying. You cannot tell Joe Biden. Joe Biden cannot tell you that give us time. Let's see. As long as you've been elected, hit the ground running. Let Nigerians feel the impact. The day Tinubu announced that subsidy is gone, why didn't he give us time to? Before he made pronouncement that subsidy is gone, he should have given us time too. But no, he did not give us time. Now, when he sacked so many head of government agencies, he didn't give them time. So let him hit the ground running and stop giving up excuse.
All right.
My own take is I don't give a damn who rules Nigeria, but my own is we can see progress in the land for those of us that can now afford to travel abroad. So let us witness change in the land so that at least everybody can have a sense of belonging. Not you telling us give it time. When in the campaign,
I think we should be specific about that change. We need good change, right? Because that is what the APC government has promised us, and I think we're getting.
When he was campaigning, he said he would do it. He said he would create. He said he would recruit 50,000 youth. Up to now, we are still waiting for 50,000 youth.
Let's give him time.
No. Give him time. That word is so. Don't use that word. Give him time. Aṣíwájú is but Aṣíwájú salary don't stop. Everything he has everything as his domain. Let him deliver. Nigerians are sick and tired of giving. See, don't forget we gave Buhari 8 years. Now that's what we do for Buhari. Give am time, he just enter, he go perform. 1 year pass, give am time, give am 8 years go. Nothing wey he do. Now those people don start again. So give him time. If he cannot deliver on the electoral process, let him resign.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you,
David. Thank you. Good morning, Pastor Ubong. Good to have you on the program again. Well done, sir. Okay. Our main headline this morning is corruption ugliest face was under Buhari, says Kukah. What's your review on that, sir?
Corruption.
Yeah. Says corruption ugliest face was under Buhari.
What do you mean that corruption is going? Under corruption will go.
No, it means that like the ugliest face is under Buhari.
The ugliest face of corruption.
Yeah.
Under Buhari. What about the worst for Tinubu?
Okay.
Tinubu go worst for him. Tinubu can go worst.
But Tinubu just started now. You go take no say na you go worst.
You don't know what is Tinubu is? Who is a cook of corruption? Yoruba cook corruption and chef for Nigeria. No be Yoruba.
I think we Nigerians who has our own. Why can't we hope for the best?
Not
because it is what we actually.
No best, there.
Okay.
You say best go deliver best. Any best there? Say Tinubu na best man. You go hope for where the best is there. Hope for the best when the best is there. No be Tinubu. This man just talk what now where enter my head. He said, wait for 8 years. Buhari come out here, just like that. So you need to know. You cannot make it. So you just say, wait for best. Wait best. Yoruba man don't get best to deliver. It's a Yoruba man, you don't get best to deliver. You know what I mean? What he came to deliver is what? Pain and sorrow to us. Who bring APC na him? So what are we talking about? He was the one who bring APC. You see also? He bring APC. When he bring APC, yeah? He tell us that he want to use broom to sweep bad people. What go? I mean, you don't know what he's talking about. The Tinubu said that they asked him, why do you bring broom? He's saying what to bring broom to sweep bad people. Nobody saw Tinubu talk about. When he bring APC, come and bring broom. He didn't sweep the broom out. He didn't sweep the bad people out. So what are we talking about? Who could bring the best? You see Tinubu that are going to bring the best? The Caribbean is going to give us. Even and Kari say he talk in the give us. At least give us the one Kari. Now when I campaign for you. I campaign for a one Kari, make it give us. Abi? If we don't even do anything, just give us the one Kari, make our children just agree that they chop biscuit every day. Get my point? Let Tinubu give us the one Kari when talk. That one and this are the buy. Hear me? Where the one Kari when talk, where I pay me I follow campaign that one Kari. I said to people, vote for the one who will give you a one Kari. Where is it? He talking. He gonna make a one Kari. People, is that people put for song and dance? Kari. Where the one Kari? So the way the one Kari when saying, I follow campaign that one Kari. I don't campaign for him. Yeah, but where is it? So we even need that one to survive because of hunger. So Tinubu cannot perform a one Kari for going performance now. What are they talking about? Who are the king of corruption?
Mr. Obama, I ask you, if they make you president of Nigeria for one day, what do you go first do?
I go first attack. What I go first do? I go first go what? This thing go stop. I go say first, fuel is 50 naira per liter. One, first. That's what I go first do. Fuel is 50 naira per liter. Second, price control. I go attack price control. Is that me? Third, you know what I go do? Third, I go flush away every debt and hurry of this country that stand against the country. That stand against the country progress. First, fuel go come down to 50 naira per liter. Second, I go attack price control. Third, I go attack the hardest guys. Fourth, I go attack Nigerian currency to add Kobo. I go bring Kobo back for life. I'm a world president. I'm a man of wisdom. Nigeria go have Kobo again to buy Kobo. When Kobo buy, Nigeria have value. Nigeria have value. When you buy for 1 naira, 1 Kobo, 2 Kobo, 25 Kobo, 50 Kobo, you go enter Nigeria. Nigeria go have Kobo. Nigeria currency go have for the quality. That's what I go do. Not be this one. This one don't know what to do. I'm telling you, you don't know what to do.
Who be this one? We don't know what to do.
That means, Mr. President, you don't know what to do.
Okay.
You don't know anything to do. Don't say because why. You say, I hear you say you are benefiting for Nigeria because you are Yoruba daughter. Since 1960, Yoruba benefit Nigeria, no be any other person. You are Yoruba daughter. Power was there for 30 years, you benefit in Lagos. Isn't it? Your forefather built us in Lagos and benefit in Lagos. Power for 30 years.
Well, I did not
You were
remember
enjoying.
mentioning
No.
I only said I'm a proud Nigerian.
No, you are a proud Nigerian because
regardless of the
your region
struggle.
was good because they enjoyed Nigeria died. Yes.
So your region no good.
You know good. Where God gave us. Our region is not good. Our state just trying to build something. Why you benefit federal government right from the day of your forefather? So they just go. Now what I'm trying to tell you, no if Tinubu go force corruption, you know if it work. You know if it work to apply corruption. Number two, Yoruba man cannot attack. What can make his brother to hungry? If his brother is the one that got problem, he no go attack him, tell him go chop. You know go fit tell your brother get out from here. They come, yes, I'm going to see them. Everything go see them. But we will go see them. While the tribunal don't keep a statement for Lagos State, everyone should bring their hands not to pay your agreement. Did he say so? Are you paying your agreement? Is it good? Is it good to pay your agreement? You are Yoruba daughter. You are Yoruba daughter. Is it good to pay your agreement? Answer me. Why do you not say this? You stop. There's problem here. Until we get the right person in rulership, we can never go. I am the right person. Good people. Good people. I know what to do. I know what to do. I go make sure 50 naira per liter. I pay subsidy for Nigerians. I go make sure kerosene is 50 naira per liter. Good people. Good people. Nigeria. Nigeria. That's what I'm telling you. I go make sure Nigeria they enjoy.
It's easier said than done, Sha.
Yes.
If you get there, you know.
I'm going there. Nigeria must enjoy. For 50 naira per liter, things go change. Okay. I mean, Nigerian go see food to chop.
So all these are presidents.
That is what I'm going to do. It's in my mind. Tinubu don't get that one. Even the Akbari say, "Oh, give us, you know, give us."
No, I like.
People the Akbari, wow, I get that one. Our children go chop, our wife go chop. You get my point? We don't see that one. When you even say you go give us, that one is very easy, but you don't give us. You know, you say you want to oppress us with that. You can't put us in bondage. When you just enter. What are we talking about? Let's move on.
Fuel pump price may rise further in Nigeria as Russia plans new output cuts. What's your comment?
Oh, that means we don't die.
We know
go rise again.
Never die.
We go rise again. Now, did you know how it go rise? 80% of what marketers in Nigeria is what is Yoruba. The federal government is supposed to control 80% of what marketers in the nation afford. Wait. Make I give a sample.
80% of marketers.
80% of Yoruba. 80% of marketers of oil. 12 is Yoruba.
Okay. So is the problem the Yoruba people marketing the?
That is it. If the federal government alone. Okay, go now to buy fuel. Make I give you the station now. Go enter NAPC affiliation. You go buy less. Enter the one way Yoruba get. You go buy high. Get my point?
So now Yoruba be our problem.
That's the problem. Okay. If the federal government bring fuel, the federal government have 80% affiliation. Abroad you go with peace.
So Mr. Ubong, you say government no be the problem now Yoruba.
Who are the government right from 1977 and 1996? Now the problem now.
Okay.
If they need what fuel come to the stand of we, going to federal affiliation and buy fuel, my brother fuel no go be like it, my sister. Because Yoruba are selling all affiliation and then control. And they sell, go and enter NMPC. See how much go buy fuel. Enter Yoruba affiliation. Owando, enter. You go hear them. Yoruba are the problem. Good people. Nigeria. I love that. You need to understand what we go do. We go understand the facts. That if we don't change that mentality, we cannot free.
Ethnicity does not have anything to do with it.
No, that's the problem. Even God have problem with Samaria, with Israelite. God have problem with Samaria, with Israelite. They did not drink water each other. Because Samaria was cursed. Israelite was blessed. You need to understand the region. You don't see the light when you don't see the light people. The jungle people cannot give you light. Israel light people can give you light. I'm calling for GPN. Good people in Nigeria, good people. Hear the party where I call. Did I call Broom? Yeah, bring Broom come.
Okay.
So you need to understand that if we are ready to join the full Nigeria, join these good people. When you call good people, good angel go come, good thing go start to come, good man go start to come. That good night we want. No be bad people that deny us and put us in bondage. Now, I have a daughter. Listen to me. This 30 years for us. My Victoria is 3 years now for her. You can't go to school. What happened? They go to Java Text. They want to have a mission there. They deny. They look at the name of the girls or student. If you Yoruba, some they go and do a mission. If you have other tribe, they do. Now, Turumu is going to increase price for Yoruba. I cannot send that girl now to school. Hear me?
Okay.
You need to understand what Turumu is doing. Turumu is the Taburu the country the more. Okay, then why don't you leave that education sector? Maybe you see me like that. No, we manage it.
Okay.
Turumu come to increase it.
Let's move on.
Turumbu. You need to understand. Don't joke. Turumbu. Okay, you need to understand. It's like, you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm talking about Turumbu. Who they have a power? He's going to finish us. Let's go to the next step. Let's see
Okay. FG to raise 15 trillion naira yearly. FG to raise 15 trillion naira yearly revenue to 30 trillion by 2026 as part of its effort to tackle Nigeria's fiscal crisis.
Where's fiscal crisis? They want to raise up that kind of money. Eh? Okay, if people chop belly food, how can this crisis be? Eh? You think that if the boys have belly food inside this, could have been that problem? Eh? You think that if a boy is belly food inside this, could have been problem? If the boy belly food in the north, could have been problem? Hungry. Now you want to carry this one now to target the problem. You know, target what can keep people peace, keep people food. Why don't you use this money now to import rice? And open border. So that people will see food, they try and have peace.
Can I stay for one place?
Eh? Why don't you use this money now to what? To make Nigeria live comfortable. You want to use this money now to launch into buying corn. Buy this to staggering crisis. To buy. What do you buy? To have this money because of no wisdom. Because of no wisdom. Yes, there are kind of Muku ruling a government. Muku cannot rule. Now, wise man they rule. Wise man they rule, not be Muku. You want to carry this money now, go put for what? Buying weapon. When if you make the north, the east boys who are hungry now to carry corn, to eat food, very food, they go have peace. Not eat food, very food, they go have peace. They will carry money now. They see the hungry, when the guy go back in the Bible, go to target the crisis. Eh?
All right. Thank you
Let
very
no
much.
Mukuru Nigeria. Let no Mukuru Nigeria. If Mugu you be, leave the power.
Thank you.
Let us come in.
All right.
GPN, listen to the nation.
Okay.
I'm going to work on it. Listen to me. I'm going to please the heart of the ancestors. I'm going to bring ancestors to our them to give us peace. Because I'll please the heart of the ancestors. I'll bring everything good to the nation. Everybody go see peace in the nation.
Okay.
And everybody go eat food and pay the food. Everybody go to where they want to go. Nigeria could be like excellent nation. Good people.
All right. Thank you very much.
Nigeria.
Pastor Ogo. Good to have you. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Lucky.
The only problem is that I will beg him to take it easy. Before they send Agbero to come and beat us here.
Is that much yam now?
Yam now. You did see the yam. No yam. Nobody go to farm.
No yam.
And they make me minister of yam. To even buy one yam, eat yam is a problem. Even abroad in Nigeria, they call me minister of yam. Yam now, I want to eat yam. Anyway, good morning, my brother. Mr. Taiwo, everybody. I love you. I'm going to Yanyeba today. Calm down. Anyway, my name is Loke Yaguna. I don't know Lagos. So that is everything. My sister, I can see my voice is too low. Longer, don't they? We not feel chop. We got to manage ourselves. That's
well. Corruption's ugliest face was under Buhari, says Kukah. What's your comment?
The man I respect most is Kukah. That's the only pastor, a bishop, evangelist, both Muslim and Christian. It's only him that can talk truth. He faced them. When Buhari was in power, said he told them that the most corruption is in most of this government. So it's true. What he says is true. How many people does a Buhari probe? And do you know how much of money that go down the tree under Buhari? That is there. Whether it's in Niger, can Tinubu probe? No, I don't think. So what Kukah is saying is the right thing. Let other men of God, like the imam, the pastors, join him to at least to beg Tinubu to probe all this past government. He have delivered to do it. So Kukah has set the table to them, to mostly Tinubu, go approach Buhari, probe Jonathan. pro Obasanjo because voting of corruption under Buhari is too much.
But do you think corruption in Nigeria can ever end?
I don't think we end though. The only way to end is to put one mark. What is the mark?
Because if you
That
look
if
at
they
it,
ever steal money, let them just steal you the way they keep for China. That's the best. That's the only way that can end corruption. But you have to start from the top, the presidency. When the head is rotten, the leg, the hand cannot work. So that's my own submission. What the Kukah is saying is the right thing. There's a lot of corruption in Nigeria.
okay. Moving on, fuel pump price may rise further in Nigeria as Russia plans new output cuts. What's
My
your review,
sister,
sir?
if they want to collapse the country, let them just collapse the country. Let them know the country is collapsed. We are buying fuel 500 naira. We can't eat. We can't go around. So you want to put it for 1,000 again. Don't be surprised. Everything in Nigeria expensive. Are you hearing me? I just recharged light 2 days ago, 1,000 naira. Yesterday, that was a recharge day for yesterday. Yesterday, my light off. I was thinking about taking light. I went outside there with my phone. See light outside. Just 1,000 naira. So, you want to increase whether what concern of Russia country this? Why can't you refine for a year? The way we celebrate Dangote's refinery. It may have not started. So if anything happens for abroad now, that means close down Nigeria. Now, because Russia want to cut fuel, then fuel should go up. Don't forget, when fuel go up, transportation. How many cars do you see outside now? How many cars? Because of fuel, arising of fuel, university goes up. Payment. My daughter, I told you, I managed to save that is 65,000 naira for my daughter to pay school fees. About to do that, school fees increase. Now it's at home now, my daughter is going to miss this first semester. This is the first time I want to go to university now. 100 almost 150,000 or 130,000. Where do you think I'll get the rest? No way. So it's at home now. So that means our student has to go home and stay. More crime will continue. More kidnapping will continue. Are you getting me? I was saying this, somebody told me last week when I said most of our boys, what they are smoking now, not only them, there's one we call Colo. You see most of our young boys now, 19 years, 10 years, 16 years, 12 years in Nigeria now. You see them when they stand, you see them do like robots. And they can do that for 1 hour without falling. And that is what Buhari brought for a regime. That is what we celebrate for Buhari regime. So I don't know the one we celebrate for Baba now. Because even this morning, you saw one phone, one video, me that a husband, I don't know what the wife saw for video, and killed the man. It's on video now. So Nigeria is going where no government, no control. You are your own now. Mostly Lagos. Despite there are 500 naira fuel in other states, but the hardship is not much the way Lagos is happening. House rent, landlord have attacked it. House they built for 50 years, and the way they build now, they want to make it equal, which is very wrong. Because no government is controlling it. This house was built 1950. Why don't you make the price at least? Not say price, the person that just built 2023. So my sister, before I increase, we don't need it. If you continue, if you do that, that means Nigeria is going to have it more. That is wicked. You see boys go with gun up and down. Have you seen your social media? Check your social media. You see a lot of babalawo with young boys, juju on ground, cutlass, knife, go to southeast, or no man gun. And let me, sorry, I just want to debate. I saw on Anese some elderly, the governors, coming up to say this insecurity in the southeast is too much, and they are looking for a way to stop it. That the business has gone down to southeast. But it's a good thing. I will like let them come, let Buhari, sorry, Tinubu to do the needful now, so that our brothers will not be destroyed by this unknown government. Because it's like the police, the SSS, the army has quiet in the southeast. They are not doing anything. They are afraid to confront these people. So the only thing is that for me, is for the government, Tinubu, to download and release Nnamdi Kanu, so that peace can go on in southeast and all Nigeria. Because where is happening now in southeast. So for me, I'm telling you the truth.
Okay.
Increasing of fuel will bring more hardship to we that is evil. Our brothers, our brothers used to support us from abroad. Now it's very difficult now because they are not happy for the election. They want to come back home to celebrate with us. They are not coming. Even call is a problem. So this Tinubu should do something now, right
Okay,
now.
since you mentioned Southeast governments, lawmakers, Oana Eze to meet Tinubu over insecurity.
It's necessary because my brothers in Southeast, I love them. We are one. We should have peace in that place. Now we want to go for burial now. I'm afraid to go because the kind of killing there, and we are just paying police, paying all these soldiers, paying this. They are not doing anything in the southeast. I get to be the business have gone down there. So you said you are enjoying that sort of no. If the southeast is boiling, Nigeria is boiling. No. If southwest is boiling, Nigeria is boiling. No. Stay in Aso Rock is not safe. I don't understand. If the thing come out there now, but you know, south side everywhere, they need to do that now. I told you I saw it. But some of them were calling for arrest of Ekpa in how they call it, Holland, where he is, or Finland. I don't think that one necessary now. Arresting Samuel Ekpa is not necessary. What we need now is dialogue. Is for them to release Nnamdi Kanu, so that let's see when they release Nnamdi Kanu, let's see for a 6 month, a year, if the situation will come down, so that we have peace. But without peace, there's no way Tinubu can go back. Even Lagos here, we're having it difficult. The problem we have in Lagos now, landlord increasing rent. Secondly, Agbero everywhere. I'm telling you now, this urban that is talking here, please control him before one day Agbero come and invade here. Please, so they will not come and beat us, everybody here. So please, I'm begging you, Nigeria, we are dying. We are Tinubu. You can see my brother. What was his name? Pastor, crying, shouting. Please, the Ghanaian said want to bring. We need it.
Okay.
Open border. Allow rice to come in, not car. What is car? If you don't eat, can you drive car? Allow rice. Allow beans. Allow ekpa. We need it so that we can survive. If you don't survive, you don't drive car. Tinubu is not to just travel to become a ECOWAS chairman. Please, do something that will make us happy. Are you getting me? We are running out of patience. I told you my daughter is at home now. He can't go to school. It's on my neck. I managed to come here now, no trap or nothing. I just went to make sure to tell the world, Nigeria is dying. If we are not talking, we don't die. Look, let me tell you. Have you seen anybody now? Anybody that come here now talking like this? Maybe he can't raise collecting. So we're in trouble.
Thank you,
So,
Mr. Lucky.
well, I want to thank my brother Omaba in the Nigerians. You that is watching Philip TV, may God help you, please. I beg, but don't forget us. Don't forget us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Mr.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning,
The
Mr.
lady of Flip TV. Kufo, I greet you. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you too?
Yeah, I'm fine. Before I even start, let me say some greetings to Mr. Kayode Egbo. Appreciate you. As you following us, we appreciate all your goodness. Justin Awe Omo Bokun. I think I was in your town last night. I mean, that was yesterday morning. I follow one of my friends. Appreciate you, Mr. Justin Awe. Good guys of Flip. Iffy. I always appreciate your advice, and I appreciate everybody around. Jane, and the other lady, that's Tina. I've never seen again on Flip. They're all good people. They're all plain-minded people. Oh, be real. Appreciate you, my brother. A nice guy, a gentle guy, in which I even intend to emulate you, your gentleness. Appreciate all of you. Thank you very much for being with us here.
All right. For those who just joined, it's bystander at the newsstand. I'm Kofuwerola, and for those who have been online and following us since we started, you all are the real MVPs. Thank you. All right, Mr. Kule, the hot headline this morning is corruption ugliest face was under Buhari, says Kukah. What's your comment, sir?
Yeah, I think I have to support the bishop. I have to support because he let us down. He let me personally down. I thought it was even same Buhari of the 80s, of the 83, tsunami that he came in to rubbish all those, politicians, to discipline all those politicians. I never knew it was even Itiagbon that was in charge then. So to me, when this Buhari regime that just passed away now was was a disaster to Nigeria. Buhari set us back set back Nigeria with 20 years of backwardness, because nothing good has come out of this government than corruption. It was under this same Buhari we had the worst scenario. Talk of the Naira policy. We talk of the disobedience of the most the highest court on the land, which was the Supreme Court. It was under Buhari we seen Nigeria going to Kenya, to scam the country with the Kenya airline and telling us that is it Ethiopia or Kenya airline, and telling us that there's a new airline on the block, which is Nigerian here, which was a scam, and a lot of billions of dollars, billions of naira sank into that. And who are the Sariki, or what's it called, the Minister for Aviation? You have to have been in jail now. You have to have been in jail. The Attorney General, the ex-Attorney General of the Federation, Malami, had to have been in jail. And who else? This Bawa. We thought Bawa was even a saint until one of the northern governors cried out that this guy demanded so amount of dollars from him, and they found out that it was found to be truth. So what kind of leaders did Buhari put in position there to come and govern different parastatals of the nation? His aviation minister was full of scam. His Attorney General was full of scam. His Minister for Petroleum, in charge of the petroleum, they were full of scam. And just of recent, the scam is still going on. You could see that a truckload of stolen fuel was intercepted in Cameroonian border. And how did these people get to? Who are the people in charge? They just found the vessel, but the people inside, the steward, or what they call them, the naval people, or is it naval, or the people in charge of that crew, or the crew members, where were they? They were nowhere to be found. There are still some people covering all these corrupt elements. You just found a vessel loaded with Nigerian crude, but the people that are piloting the vessels, do they really arrest them? No. So it's a story for another day. To me, Buhari was a disaster. Buhari government was a disaster to this country. I have to be very frank with you, because we thought it would have been the new sheriff or the best sheriff in town to put Nigeria in a good shape, but what ended it up was corruption, insecurity, and nepotism. It was about him and his co-brothers, the Fulanis. It was under our General Buhari, we recorded majority of deaths in this country, in which when the Fulani herdsmen lay siege on the citizens of this country. What was Mr. Buhari doing? He was saying, give them a space for their ranch, give them a space to rear their cow, give them a space. You know, I think it's supposed to be a sober mode. We're supposed to be in a sober mode now, because what has happened to this country, a lot of blood that the land of this country has soaked. I think Nigeria needs to cry for, repentance, and they need to cry for mercy from God, because if you know a lot of innocent soul that was killed under our past presidents, and he kept mum until the whole disaster started, flaring up, before he now directed the soldiers to come in and start, attacking them. Although he did some good things, in some few infrastructural, this thing he embarked on. I think he finished the second Niger bridge. Let's give him kudos for that. And he fixed some road likewise in Katsina. He fixed some road in Kano. He fixed some road in Kaduna. And I think he brought Akanumbe Airport, which was like a local airport to international standard. So let's give him the goodness. Let's give it to him for some few good things he do. It's not all about say bad things he did. He still did some, but the bad governance of him, the bad system of government he operated was much more damaging than the good one he did, man.
Okay. Moving on. Palm price may rise further in Nigeria as Russia plans new output cuts. What's your comment on that, sir?
You see, there's no how we can avoid that. There's no how we can avoid that punishment that Putin wants to place on. They say when two elephants fight, now it's the grass that will suffer. You see, I know this problem of Putin and the NATO camp will bring a lot of hardship to Africa. And that is what is going on now. You see, what they need to do now is to get across to Saudi Aramco, and Saudi Aramco, which happens to be the biggest refinery in the world. Let him get across let us create a bilateral agreement with Saudi Aramco. If we are going to be getting our supply from Saudi, let them know. Now, let them be preparing, because it's going to be a tough time any moment from now. If Putin decided to embark on his decision, and that guy is very stubborn. Putin is a stubborn leader. Once he says something, he must always carry that agenda out. So it's going to be a turbulent time for us in this country, because with our refinery, the 4 refineries we have is not even in operation, and the Dangote refinery we've just been hearing postponing the operational. Postponing the operational time. Shifting it up, down. We don't really know what is going on with Dangote refinery. I thought this Dangote refinery should have been in operation by now, but that's the question we need to ask our leaders, because as it is now, for us not to find it difficult, for the life not to become miserable for us with these 4 issues, the government must think out of the box right now and do the needful. The President Tinubu government needs to be very proactive now. Since you've heard that from Putin, that is going to cut off the production of Russian oil, and the Russian is one of the largest producers of oil in this continent we have. In the world as we're talking. Let them create bilateral agreements. Let them have bilateral agreement with Saudi government through their Saudi Aramco, so that we can have enough supply. If Russia cut off their production, we can rely on Saudi for the production of crude.
We have a comment online.
Yeah.
Point of correction, nothing good come out of Buhari government. Ademola thunders it.
Yeah, you said nothing good, but I can still pick 1 or 2 things. At the second Niger bridge, it fixed up. Second Niger bridge has been a dead project that they've been making on, right? Under Jonathan. Jonathan was supposed to have finished that second Niger bridge. But the morning, the scammer went to Jonathan and make a lot of billions of naira out of that project without doing anything. The facts are there. The facts are really there. So, Mr. Ademola Tonda, I want to tell you that second Niger bridge, give it to him. The completion of, although it's not 100% completed, but give it to him for that second Niger bridge that he did. And our brother was there. Our father was there. The General Basojo, he never did anything about Lagos Abeokuta expressway. So for him to have even get that one done, that second Niger bridge, give it to him. And he did some good roads like through Fashola. I just came back from Osun to Ibadan to Osun Road now. It's like a 10 rubber road. Now, I just came back from Osun State yesterday. So I traveled a lot. I think I've witnessed some development in which this government, the past government did. But to me, the callosity of his kinsmen, the Fulani henchmen, and he was so silent when the callosity was going on. That is my own grievances with him. So to me, Buhari shouldn't have encouraged the killings that happened in this country, because he was so relaxed when the whole shit was going. And to me, there shouldn't have been any crisis of Fulani henchmen. I think he managed it well.
All right, thank you very much, Mr.
Yeah, it's a
Kule.
pleasure.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Rao.
Mr. Kule, so you are owning up now that Buhari was relaxing, people were being killed. Because you never opposed Buhari. Have you forgotten you've been promoting APC?
No, Buhari. APC. When I get up, APC.
I'm not a one-way traffic man. I'm not a one-way traffic man. When it's good, I'll tell you the good thing they did. Second night,
For how are you?
I'm good.
How was the
thank
night?
you. It was good. Thank you. How was yours too?
Yeah, good.
Awesome. Okay. Corruption's ugliest face was under Buhari, says Kukah.
Kukah, yeah. Kukah, Hassan Kukah, Matthew. He was the Archbishop of, I think, Sokoto Diocese. He's an Hausa man. And he is still the current Archbishop of Sokoto Diocese. Let me tell you, that man is the foremost
Closer to the mic.
clergy, that criticize government when it matters. He criticizes government when it matters. I mean, Hassan Kukah. Hassan Kukah was a anti-Babangida from 80s to 90s. Are you listening to me? Anti-Abacha throughout Abacha's stay in the office of authority. I think at least Obasanjo did a little, good things. He did work, but he didn't do very well. That's the English I use. Obasanjo worked, but he didn't work very well. I listen to me. Hassan was there for us, both Christians and Muslims, both traditional worshippers and the what? Atheists, the people that don't even believe in God. So let me tell you, Buhari orchestrated the killings across Nigerians. We don't mince our word. We don't, brag or argue over that. Hassan himself was a foremost person, bishop, clergy in Nigeria that was fighting government in the 90s, government in the 80s, government in the early 2000s till date. Hassan Kukah was at the head of it. Criticism from the Christendom, criticizing people in the authority, and it is right. Not like other pastors, other men of God, bishops and the rest of them that go to Asorok and collect a gunje. I won't hide my mouth because I know I'm not telling lies. God knows. Hassan Kukah is saying the right thing. Buhari is the cause of insecurity in Nigeria. Buhari was over-relaxing. The people that were killing Nigerians, the people that were killing farmers are Buhari's kinsmen. And Buhari felt reluctant to do the needful, to tackle insecurity. Because who are the insecurity? The insecurities are men who are working hard to take over the land of this country. The insecurity is caused by people who are working hard to make sure that successfully they Islamize the entire northeast, the entire core north, the mid belt, southwest, and even the southeast. Who are those people? They are the kinsmen of the former president of Nigeria, Buhari. Buhari was aware that the people that were killing people in the southern Kaduna
are the Fulani herdsmen, land grabbers, Fulani Marubas. I listen to me. They were killing farmers in the south, southeast, southwest, northeast, everywhere. Mid-belt, Benue, Kogi, everywhere. Taraba, Niger State. Buhari feel relaxed because those people being killed and maimed are not the Fulani, his Fulani kinsmen. You see how the issue of insecurity started in Nigeria, which of course I believe that he himself voluntarily synergized, that is synergized with Iran to make sure that the Shiite, he's a Sunni Muslim, I think. Islamization, Sunna's Islamization of Nigeria, succeeds. Yes. He partnered with the Sunni Muslim. He funded them. Then Shiites was funded, funded when this man Ezazaki was not in jail. They sponsored Shiite Muslim, Shiites from Iran. So Buhari himself knows the origin of ISWAP. How ISWAP partner with Boko Haram, killing Nigerians, killing people in the northern Nigeria on daily basis. What was their agenda? It is an agenda that they planned for a very long time to make sure that they capture from mid-belt down to southeast and draw their sword into the Atlantic Ocean. That was an agenda started by Ottoman Danfodio. There is nothing bewildering or astounding to the former federal government of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Buhari, on insecurity. His security advisors, he knows it. The current security advisor to Tinubu, he knows it. That the security issue we had in the past during Buhari regime were orchestrated by Buhari himself and his kinsmen. See, presently, I'm telling you that the present vice president of Nigeria, Kachima, was the one that was in Abuja 2004 during Janata regime. Kabiru Sokoto, the masterminder of that bombing, was arrested in vice president's compound, his office, when he was governor of Borno State, and nobody could do something about it. We all feel docile and complacent because it has not gotten to us. It has not gotten to us. See, when you see a dead dog being carried, they are taking the corpse of a dead dog, small dog, to the grave. Everybody will just throw away face. Because what? It is not you. It is not me. It did not matter to anybody that Nigeria has never ever witnessed bloody church service before. It has now become a household story in Nigeria. Bombing of St. Augustine, I think Augustine Abbey, in Owo, Ondo State, last year. Is that not, let me say, a superstition, a myth, a story that they tell us in those days that we've not even seen with our eyes? That somebody will lose his life in the church of bomb blast. Who did it? The Fulani herdsmen, the Fulani hegemonists, and all the governors in the southwest. They pretended that they don't know what they are doing because it is their Fulani masters that are killing people across the southwest, killing Yoruba man, killing Yoruba farmers. In order, they have virtually taken over the whole order. Akede Dolu behaves, pretends that he's not known what is going on in those states. Until they came into the town, from the town they went to the church, Catholic church, and killed Christians in the church. It threw away his face. It is not an act of what? Terrorism. So it was what? An act of sadism or arsonicism. Which one? What do we call it? They are all cowards. I mean the perpetrators. Okay. Because they can't come face to face. They will come in the name of terrorism or terrorists to perpetrate evil against Nigerians. And Tinubu knew it. He didn't talk. Buhari knows it. He does not talk.
Okay, let's move on, Mr. Rap. Well, they said £4 price may rise further in Nigeria as Russia plans new output cuts. What's your take on that?
Few what? You say what?
£4 price may rise further in Nigeria as Russia plans new output cuts.
Yeah, See, let me tell you, this is just forecast. They are forecasting. They are telling us what will happen if Russia, do what? If Russia do what? Listen and listen good. Subsidy orchestrated the current excruciating suffering in Nigeria now. The problem we have now is because Tinubu just come. The first statement he told the whole Nigeria is subsidy. Obi was telling you that he will gradually know what to do to remove subsidy. Because Obi said so, Tinubu come out. People will get sense. He's saying get sense. He say you remove it. It is not time for that. You do it gradually. There's a way you do it. People in the system, it is not going to affect them. You plan well before you remove subsidy. So this one, if pump price it should get up to 2,000. It doesn't matter. We have been managing ourselves for a very long time, and it has gotten into our blood. This is just to put fears in Nigeria, in Nigerians. They are trying to be intimidating us on a daily basis. If they will sell it 1,000, we will still live. God day. There is God, because the one they have removed is biting hard on us, and they are forecasting another one. Let me tell you, it is going to go high more. Yes, pump price will be added more money. I'm telling you, these are people that have been oppressing Nigerians. Our pain, their gain. What is the result of subsidy removal? What is the result? Suffering. What do you call subsidy removal? Suffering. In Saudi Arabia, they produce oil. They have quantity. In fact, Libya oil, they have more quantity than Nigeria. Iraq has oil. Have they removed subsidy? Are the people in Iraq buy gasoline or fuel? The price we are buying it in Nigeria. Doesn't America have oil more than Nigeria? Canada has oil more than Nigeria. Russia has much oil. If you join the whole Africa oil together, Russian oil is more quantity, quantified than that. Yes, Russia get oil. You don't know. You don't know. How many days are you seeing the people over there experiencing hardship? Sometimes I wonder if the kind of eyes God has given the white, is it the same eyes God has given the black? Britain that doesn't have oil, what is going on there? Why are we just leveraging on oil economy? Crude oil. Doesn't Nigeria have other resources, solid minerals, to leverage on economically? What are you saying? Look at Southern Africa. Southern Africa is better than most of European countries. Go and do your research. South Africa. They have gold, they have diamond, and other resources there. And they're using it well. Nigerians are going to Southern Africa as if they're what? There is a mass influx of Nigerians into the South African. As if they're doing what? Exuding into Europe. South Africa is the same with Europe. And it's an African country. Okay? Madam, our problem is still, we are the cause of our problem. They know over there what to do, but they don't want to do it. All this fields of oil subsidy, removal, blah, blah, blah. Are we monkeys? Are we not human beings? Why much ado about oil? What much ado? Why much ado about oil?
All right. Thank you very much.
There are other resources we have here. Agriculture is there. Other solid minerals, we have it here. Human resources, we get it. Human beings. Do you know how many radiologists we have in Nigeria? Radiologists are people that can study X-ray. They are not up to 100 in Cameroon. Go and do your research. We have them in quantum here.
Okay.
You can send those radiologists outside the country to go and do work for the country. That country will pay them. The money will be remitted into government posts. That is what is sustaining India today. IT technology and the rest of them. Even China. Do you know how many people that Modi, India Prime Minister Modi, enriched in India over information technology? IT. We are just here, dying of oil. I wonder if God gave us the same vein with the whites. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Mr. Charles.
Good morning.
And welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
The hot headline this morning is corruption's ugliest face was under Buhari, says Kukah. What's your review on that?
Well, good morning, our listeners all over the world. Kukah, being the bishop, the Archbishop of Sokoto Diocese, is one of the most respected bishops. If I'm not mistaken, he's the chairman of Nigerian bishop, as in the whole Nigerian bishop. He's their chairman, and he's one of the respected bishops I respect. One of the man I respect a lot in this country. A man that always speaks the truth about the government. A man that always tells the government when it's right and when it's not right. A man that always stand and tell the government, not somebody that will just hide under the umbrella of being a man of God, and you are trying to collect him money from politicians simply because you want to cover up the truth. He has said it all. Buhari regime, honestly speaking, there's nothing good comes out of Buhari regime. As long as I'm still witness the Buhari regime, nothing good comes out of that man regime. And then somebody like Kukah have said it all. These are people that are very much closer to these people. He knows them in and out. He has been to Asoro on several occasions. And even before, I remember, 2 days before the inauguration of Tinubu as the president of this country, there was...
Open, please. Open, allow us here, please. Please.
No. Kukah is one of the respected men I respect. Even 2 days before the inauguration of Tinubu as the president of this country, Kukah was there at Egu Square, there at Abuja, and he had to say it all. He said it to the face of Buhari because Buhari was present there. There was nothing good that comes out of this regime. Everyday killings. Buhari has been there. He champions the killing of most of these Nigerians as if that is what he cherishes most as an interest to himself. Kukah is one of the men I respect a lot, like I said. I respected him a lot because he's always there to tell you the truth about whatever you did wrong. And I stand and I'm in support of whatever he has said, Buhari, and that is all the truth. Buhari is nothing but a corrupt person. There's nothing good that comes out of that man regime. Somebody came here and was like mentioning the second Niger bridge there at Onitsha there. There was nothing like that second Niger bridge. The conclusion, if you look at the second Niger bridge, it's just more or less like an ordinary bridge. There was nothing like that. Honestly, I was just coming back from East a week ago. That was the road that still plied. Nothing good was there at that particular bridge. So what will you tell us that these are the things, what we have achieved under this Muhammadu Buhari? Nothing. So Kukah have said it all because these are the man that was much more closer with them. And as a man of God, keep on the ego. God will continue to bless you.
All right. Okay, moving on. Fuel pump price may rise further in Nigeria as Russia plans new outputs cuts. What's your take on that?
Well, we are living in a country whereby they can only see what is happening now. That is why Americans will continue to go far. Americans have seen what will happen in the next 100 years. That is why America keep on developing on a daily basis. If they like, let it go to 2,000 naira per liter. Like my brother already said, God will always make a way for his children. We are suffering here in Nigeria. Even what we call ordinary a cup of garri, you cannot even afford a cup of garri. Even a poor man food that you can always, when you get to your home, you say, this is the only thing, this is the only average food you can even afford. Let me take this garri and let me take it and be satisfied within myself. You cannot even do it. Look at school fees going up here and there. These people are no more saying anything about fuel subsidy, the removal of this fuel subsidy. What they are after is their own selfish interest. If they like, they should increase the fuel price to 1 million naira. Like I said, God will always make a way for his children. I was just coming down from my place. I passed through Brother Lucky's house. One of the daughters was sick. I asked, what is the problem? Financially, the way things are being done in this country. Brother Lucky was telling me that he rushed one of his daughters to hospital, but the kind of money they are calling. He decided to bring her home. And they tell me, in a situation, in a country like that, how will you be able to survive with a wicked, as a wicked politicians which we have in place? They want to scare you and I as an average Nigerian that they want to increase fuel price. Let them go ahead and increase it. Let them go ahead and do whatever they want to do. But I know that God will always have a way of making way for his children. So increasing the fuel price is not even, this is not the first time. We survived during NSAS. We survived it. We survived during, what's the other? Cashless policy. Because he wanted to make your economy so standard to the Western world without knowing that you are there trying to use it to fish in money for your private account. We survived cashless policy here. We survived NSAS here. We survived what's the name? What's the coronavirus here? We all survived all those ones. Nobody, if you want to, if a lot of people that don't take away their life, it's those that maybe the time has come. But honestly speaking, God will always make a way for his children. Let them continue. But all I know is that on a very good day, everybody will stand at the throne of God and give account of whatever he has done on this earth.
Right. Okay. FG to raise 15 trillion naira yearly revenue to 30 trillion naira by 2026 as a part of its effort to tackle Nigeria's fiscal crisis.
After raising that millions upon millions of naira, what else will they do with the money?
Yes, you have accepted.
That is why I keep on saying it in this platform. I don't like listening to radio because Nigerians there's hungers all over. Now you decided to have put tax on the market women because there's a revenue you want to raise. Even schools, a lot of people cannot even go to school again. A lot of children cannot even ascertain their school fees anymore. Okay, you want to move in revenue. You want to, these are what you want to achieve in terms of revenue accrued from maybe the taxes you are collecting from people. After collecting all those, what do we stand as a nation, as a citizen of this particular country, to see that this is an evidence of what has been done with that particular revenue? Nothing. Every day you keep on hearing trillion, million, billions upon billions of naira. But at the end of the day, nothing, no meaningful achievement. If they lie, they should continue to raise about $100 billion or $1 trillion. That's none of my business because I know that you and I will always keep on hearing the amount of money they are using, they are calling, but you will not even be a partaker to it. It's as simple as that.
Okay. From our online commenters, Gladys Oyabo is in agreement with you that let us continue to seek the face of God Almighty. Radon On says, leave God out of these Nigerians. It is up to God. The suffering in Nigeria will go on in perpetuity. Amechi Nwachuku says, truly God must make a way, but our Nigerian youth should wake up. They should wake up because God has given us all we are praying for. Yeah.
That the last comment, what's the name?
Radon On says that.
No, the last person.
Okay, Amechi
Nwachuku. I believe you're an evil man. I don't know where you base.
Amechi.
No, Amechi Nwachuku is an evil.
Okay.
It's a boy. Amechi Nwachuku, I believe. Thank God, your name sounds, you're an evil man. And I don't know where you base, maybe Europe or anywhere. But I pray and I wish that anywhere you are, my God will continue to sustain you. Well, you have said it that we should leave Nigeria, that Nigerian youth should come out. How will you be able to tell a Nigerian youth to come out and stand for his rights? When you are able to stand for your rights and they can't be able to give you what you call the mandate, the support you needed. What are the support you needed? Because a lot of backbiters all of us. Now, the Nigerian youth you are talking about, we are the Nigerian youth. How many Nigerian youths have been given the opportunity to become whatever they want to become in this country? How many our brothers in abroad will bear me witness that if you are in abroad, a lot of changes, craftsmen are there, technicians are there. When you are good in a particular something, even the government will have to sponsor you. But how many times have you ever seen that the government sponsored somebody to a particular place? We Nigerian youth, honestly speaking, I will say it and I will say it again, Nigerian youth are one of the best youths ever in this world. Because we know we are very, very industrious. But what really happened? The government are not being supportive. They are not supporting us. You finish school, no work for you, and no job. Most of the people you see are standing here, particularly arguing on the newspaper stand. Most of them are graduates. Most of them are master's degree holders. But where is the job? Where can you see the job? People like us, even a lot of them. Somebody was telling me there was an interview. Was it on Tuesday that I should go and submit my CV? I went there and I submitted my CV. They called out my interview. Immediately we went for the interview. That was at one of the companies there, as a background here. That was on Thursday. So we went for the interview. After we went for an interview, a Hausa man that was there said, "What is your name?" I said, "My name is Isuchukwu Charles." He said, "Oh, a nice name. Where are you from?" He said, "You sound Igbo." I said, "Yes, I'm from Imo State."
Sorry, excuse me. It's about your comment on job or no job when someone's finished school. I agree with you that government has not been able to create enough job opportunities for the graduates. But if you take a look at it, job is everywhere. It is only because as a graduate, they feel like, okay, they want to work with that certificate. But if you look at it, we have jobs everywhere. There are a lot of things you can do to actually sustain yourself.
Yes, I agree with you. That is why even after graduating from university, finding yourself as one of the core members, that's what you call SAID, that's skill acquisition. Now in camp, they will teach you all those. But let me tell you, if really these are things they know that these are the best thing for you, put in place. Okay, I was in camp as one of the NYC member in camp. That was there at Abuja. I sat at Abuja. The first thing immediately I came to camp, they've asked me that I should join Said for 3 weeks. How will I be able to learn tailoring for 2 weeks? How will I be able to learn automobile for 3 weeks? If these are things that government have put in place, such as before you graduate, even in your school days, make it a compulsory something that you must learn a craft. That was something you will learn in school. Definitely, most of this Said that people are coming out to learn in 2 to 3 weeks' time in camp that you know that it's not possible, cannot even take place. Honestly speaking, we the youth, we the Nigerian youth, we are very, very hardworking and industrious. But the truth of the matter, when you are working and you are not seeing the support from, well, you can bear with me, America that is practicing is a capitalism system of government. And if I'm not mistaken, a socialist system of government. The government, if you have something doing, the government have to come in and support, put in their money, support you, so that they know, do you know why the government are supporting you? Immediately you can offer something in abroad there. They will support you. Let's assume now you can produce something. The government will support you financially. Why are they supporting you? Because they know that after establishing such company within yourself, you can be able to take off. If graduates are 100 in America that are jobless, you can be able to take off like 5. At least you have helped in terms of reduction of unemployment there. But how many times are Nigerian government doing it? They are busy equipping money to their great-grandchildren, which is very, very bad.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Charles. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Matthew. Good morning, sir. Good to have you on the program again. You're not smiling this morning.
Because people are spent all the time.
Okay. Corruption's ugliest face was under Buhari, says Kukah. What's your comment on that, sir?
I think he's right because Kukah is somebody I have so much respect for, and is somebody that do his fineness before coming to the press. Because if you look at during the period that Buhari was president, we agree with you that the two highest cases of anti-graft corruption celebrated by the EFCC, he used his prerogative of mercy to pardon those former governors. That for me is the height of recklessness. Though the Constitution gives him the right to the prerogative of mercy to pardon anybody he deems fit, but at the time he was pushing for anti-corruption fight, it should not be the same time you as the president is using your prerogative of mercy to pardon people who have been convicted for such. So for me, that was the height of
abuse of that power. Then again, we saw under Muhammadu Buhari a serving chairman, a serving academic information was accused of misappropriating about 170 billion. And as we speak, there's no indication that the man was prosecuted and is under prosecution or he has been convicted. So one would have expected that as a president who came with the mantra of anti-corruption would have been in the forefront to ensure that once there's speedy dispense of cases of that nature, and he left office, the cases are still lingering, and there's no guarantee that we are likely to see the end of that case in a short while. So for me, I think Kukah is right.
All right. Moving on, small bomb price may rise further in Nigeria as Russia plans new output cuts. What's your review on that, sir?
That means more money for Nigeria, because you understand that we are in the global community, the whole world, and there's OPEC regulates what you produce as a nation. And if Russia, as a major producer, is reducing what they produce, it means we are creating scarcity. And demand and supply is a natural force that determines price. So it means the price of crude at the international market will increase. So it will affect Nigeria positively. It means Nigeria will get more money. There's another thing to get more money. It's another thing to put it to delicious use. It's another thing to see that it's not misappropriated. Because Russia is a major player in the oil market. So if they are cutting their production, it's going to make other oil producing countries to get more money. That's the truth.
All right. Okay. FG to raise 15 trillion naira yearly revenue to 30 trillion naira by 2026 as part of its effort to tackle Nigeria's fiscal crisis. What's your review on that?
It's good that they should raise revenue, but they should not overburden Nigerians. I think for me, they should look towards some areas that will not place unnecessary burden on Nigerians. Because from what we are seeing, the government is mad about revenue drive. There's nothing wrong about it, but the situation where Nigerians are the receiving end. Because I just read yesterday that federal government is talking about tinkering with the idea of making people who have boreholes to pay as a way of metering the boreholes. I've only read about federal government planning to tax market women, where Federal Inland Revenue Service has said that they want to synergize with Market Traders Association to collect tax from traders. So, in all of this, federal government should take attention away from too much taxation of the people and focus on production as a way of earning more foreign exchange. Because I can't understand that we operate in a mono economy that is not healthy for our economy, that is need for diversification. But if all they want to do is to tax the people and they are not creating an environment for business to flourish, for me, it's not the best approach. As we speak, this government has removed subsidy of gasoline, PMS, premium motor spirit, the one they commonly call fuel. And there is a hardship that is coming with it. And the government is not talking anything in terms of addressing the hardship that comes with it. Don't forget that before the government left office, the former government of Muhammadu Buhari secured loan of $800 million as a way of trying to cushion the effect of hardship of vulnerable Nigerians. And before the last poverty indices report of National Bureau of Statistics says that about 130 million Nigerians are extradimensionally poor. So what is the government doing in that regard, in disbursing that fund? Or what are they doing to cushion the effect of the subsidy removal on the citizens? I don't think that I've seen any reasonable approach of the government in that regard. All we see is government trying to generate revenue through taxation of boreholes, through taxation of market women, and all that. So for me, I think the government should take outside the box. There's solid mineral. They should think of how to develop our steel industry. That will end up serious foreign exchange. They will think of other areas of production. Because to start with, floating of the naira they floated is seeing free fall of naira against dollar. Naira is crashing against dollar, and as we speak, that have triggered inflation to increase. And we have seen discos, decision companies, wanting to increase tariff as a way of trying to cope with the inflation increase, and that is
coming out from government policy. So for me, I think government should think in towards other ways of generating revenue rather than this overpowering Nigeria through taxation.
Okay. Neka says to Tinubu, 2023 Finance Act needs complete reversal, not suspension. What's your review on that, sir?
You see, I think there should be a holistic. Though I've not taken a critical look at that act, but I think anything that brings more burden to Nigerians in terms of taxation is not the way to go. Because people should pay tax. I don't have issue with that. But a situation where the government needed to play their part first before coming back to say pay tax, government is not yet playing their part. Because one, you need to create the enabling environment for business to flourish. Before you start going about driving tax, the man who owns the borehole you want to come and collect tax, did you provide power for him to power the borehole? This same man is paying for light, generating light by himself to power the borehole. And you are coming to say you want to meter the boreholes. So for me, I think the government should first of all give serious attention to power generation as a way of giving to the masses before the taxation drive.
Okay. Akere Dolu Rights Assembly to extend medical leave.
It's quite unfortunate that the man is ill because this is a politician that I've seen have exemplified himself. When I mean exemplified himself, is somebody that speaks truth to power. And it is irrespective of whether he's in your political party or not. He always speaks truth to power. For me, I pray that God will grant him quick recovery. Because somebody, I like his tenacity, his approach to national issues.
Okay. My last question for you, Mr. Matthew. Southeast government lawmakers Oana Eze to meet Tinubu over insecurity. What would be your take on that, sir?
I think it's a welcome development because security is everybody's affair. And you know that security is on the exclusive legislative list. So as governors, there's little they can do, particularly with respect to tinkering with the operation of the security agencies. So if you must achieve good feat in that regard, you need a buy-in of the president and the security agencies. And for the security agencies to buy in, they need directive from the office of Mr. President. So for me, it's a welcome development because what we are hearing from Southeast is not encouraging, it's not welcoming.
All right then. Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. And we've come to the end of today's program. For our online reviewers, we say a very big thank you for joining to the program. The likes of Taiwo, Odunlade, Zilu, Zima, Godo, White Prince Ibrahim, James Kukah, Gladys Oyabo, Kayode Egbo, Odeze Chima, Karim. We have who else? Randon On. We have Amechi Wachiku. My sincere apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name well, but you all are the real MVPs. Thank you for staying all through the program. And we've come to the end of today's program. I'll see you all tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.